So today I'm going to talk about the second noble truth. In our previous video, you have heard about the first noble truth, and the first noble truth is what Buddha said, Jati dukkha, the birth, old age, sickness, death, association with our enemies, or dissociation with loved one, whatever you want in your life, if you don't get it, and then these five aggregates itself is a suffering. So all this is suffering or the pain. But the very important thing is why all these things happens, why this suffering arises. So that is the second noble truth. It is called samudaya. So the noble truth of origin of suffering. So what the Buddha said is the most important cause for every single problem or all the suffering in this world. The main root cause of the problems or suffering is tanha. Tanha is the Pali word which has so many meanings, but mainly it is called thirst, desire, or attachment, or uh, even volitional activity or will, or even karma. All of them they come into this tanha word actually. So this desire, you can never satisfy yourself, no matter how much you will earn, no matter how much you do, uh, especially in this material world, to satisfy yourself, you are not going to be able to. So this is why this thirst is, whenever you want something you get there, and then it wants something else. So it enjoy here and there, it wants to come back again and enjoy here and there. So it never stay even this thirst in one place, but it wants more and more. And this is why our mind, or this thirst, uh, it says thirst for kam tanha, thirst for sense pleasure. So you want to enjoy through your sense organs everything, whatever you have here. And then desire or thirst for kam tanha, bhav tanha, that is thirst for becoming or thirst for existence. So we want to reborn again in this world to enjoy everything. So that is the second way of second kind of thirst. And the third one, vibhav tanha, thirst for self-annihilation or thirst for non-existence. So sometimes you are so much fed up about everything and you don't want anything in your life, and you think, okay, I might don't want to come back again here. I don't want anything from here. So that is a vibhav tanha. So that is how this thirst or this desire or this craving is a main root cause for every single problems. You want something, you don't get it, a problem. So that is how we have to understand uh, why Buddha said this thirst or. But the other important thing is, if you think that okay, the main root cause for every single problem in this world is this thirst or this craving, that is not fully truth as well, because we have to understand what Buddha said is nothing in this world is independent. For every single problem there is the region, but for every single region there is another region. So everything is interdependent, it is connected, it is not free. So what is the reason for our craving? Why we crave for things? Why we have a thirst for everything? Because of our ignorance. So when we know the paticca samutpada, this is in Pali. In the future, it will be explained. So in conditioned Genesis, it's a phas pachya vedana, vedana pachya tanha, tanha pachya upadana. So phas pachya vedana. because of contact through our sense organs, for example, through our eyes, listening something or tangible things, smelling, eating. So anyway, whatever you have contact, because of those contact, first pacha vedana. Vedana means sensations. You have pleasant sensation, unpleasant sensation, or neutral sensation. So because of this contact, this kind of sensation arises, and because of sensation, if you like it, first pacha vedana, vedana pacha tanha, then this desire arises because of this liking and disliking. So this is why I said this desire or this thirst is not the first cause for every single problem, but desire happens because of sensation. And this is why I said in the beginning, this sensation, everything we work for. So for sense pleasure, we want those kind of sensation. Uh, for existence, even for non-existence. So that is what this Vedana is very, very important thing to understand. You will surprised to know even in our home, even in a family with relatives in one country, or even in between countries, every single problems, especially for example quarrels in the home, or even quarrels in the societies or communities, or even a war between two countries, it happens because of this selfish thirst actually. Because of this desire, because of this selfish thirst, people they fight among each other. Sometimes when we talk about the peace and harmony between two countries, we mainly focus on economical and social values, but we never understand this. This is very, very superficial way of looking. It is very important, most important, especially economy for the countries to run. But at the same time, this selfish thirst, if they're not going to be like 100% peace, especially among those countries. And this is why between country to country, between people and people, every time these conflicts arises because of our selfish thirst. This is very, very powerful. And this is why they are the main cause for every single problem in our life, in our personal life, or even between the country or among the family members. So this is the second noble truth Buddha mentioned. But as I said, because this thirst is not the only main cause, but there is something else, and there is something else, and there is something else. So, uh, so one thing also when I talk about the thirst or this tanha, as I said, it include our karma as well, our wholesome and unwholesome deeds. And when we say karma, karma in especially is the will to do something. So that is also a part of, not the part of itself is another meaning of this origin of suffering. So probably in the future we will explain about the karma as well, what Buddhism believe in these things. But for today, that is the brief Dhamma talk about the origin of the suffering. But the next one I am going to mention about how you can eradicate this thirst, then how to eradicate this craving, and how to come out from this suffering. So that would be mentioned in the Four Noble Truths, the way. But the next one will be talking about, if there is the problem, then there is the reason. But if there is the reason, how to come out from the problem. So the third noble truth will be in our next video. Again, let me know how do you find this video, and if you like to have any queries, don't forget to comment or ask, and I will try to reply you. So I will look forward to upload the third noble truth in my next video. Thank you for listening.